Hi, Steve from Chorus Guitar. I bet you thought I was going to play a little bit longer. I might do in a minute. That is the sound of the GP5 stroke GP50, my patch based on the MESA dual rectifier in its vintage mode. Now, Valeton have been very kind and sent me the GP50, and also I can pop some links on for Amazon for the GP5. I paid for the GP5 myself. Okay, the guitar I'm using is a Gibson Les Paul Studio. It's about 3 years old. We're in 2026 at the moment, and it's got a bare knuckle mule in the front, and it's got a riff raff pickup in the back from bare knuckle pickups. Okay, that's what it is. And this is routed out as well, so it makes it a little lighter. It's a great guitar. If you ever fancy a Les Paul nice and light, they are killer guitars. Okay, so that's what you've heard is the MESA patch. I'm going to play a little bit down the bottom here so you can hear some lower register stuff. Let's try the front pickup. Okay, mid. In the mid, both pickups. And then on the riff raff at the back. Let's try the 12th fret. And then on the neck. And in the mid. Okay, so that's what the preset sounds like. I've tried to get it so it's nice and tight. Took a little bit of bass frequency out of there so it doesn't get what they call flubby. That's apparently is a word. And what we're going to do now is check out the Bluetooth setups for the GP5 and GP50, and then we'll get on with the build. I'll see you in a bit. Let's have a look at how to set up the GP50. Now, the nice thing about the GP50 is it's got an internal battery. So that's really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press these two buttons here. It says save in global, and hopefully the GP50 will jump into life. It does, it bursts into life. So I've got save in global. As you can see here, it's got like a little power icon. So what I want to do to connect it via Bluetooth, if you wish. Having said that, the GP50 can be operated quite easily on its own, so you don't need to use the app. But let's just get the GP50 app up and running. So what I need to do is, first of all, press the exit Bluetooth button. Okay, and we have a little icon flashing on and off in the top right corner. I'm going to press this little icon here on my app, then press here, and then press the blue connect device. And there you have it. All the settings are there ready for you to make your own presets. And that's how you set up the Bluetooth on a GP50. Right, okay, so let's build the MESA dual rectifier style build. And it's quite an easy one, so that's nice. If you're new to this, it'll be nice and encouraging for you. So here we go. First of all, what I want to do is I just want to go onto the NR here, which is the noise reduction, and make sure it's set to 20. You need to press this little button here just to arm it, okay? Now from there, the preset volume is set to 50, and how we get to that is we go to the patch setting and just check what the patch volume or the preset volume is there. Go back to edit, okay, and we're ready to rock. Now there isn't any compressors or distortion pedals or anything like that, so we're going to jump straight to the amp, and I'm just going to click on the amp, and I've got it set up here as the MESA Dual V, and I'm going to click on the amp little tag there, and that's going to set that up there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to have gain at 35, so I'm just slide that back. Now, if you've seen any of my other builds, it is quite easy to knock things out of kilter a little bit. So if I do that, don't worry, I'll try and get it back to the setting I want. Presence I want on 50, volume at 65, so let's up that a little bit. There we go. The bass I'm going to set at 35, and the reason I'm doing this is because these kind of amps can get a little bit. Now, there's a word for it that we use called flubby. Honestly, we do. Now, if I move that down, it's move the bass. I'm just going to move that back again. This is what I was talking about. Let's just move that to 35. The mid, I'm going to set to 35 as well. So I'm kind of scooping that mid a little bit. And the treble, I'm going to set to 65, just so it cuts through. Now, I'm not going to play my guitar just yet because it would sound rather awful without a cabinet attached to this. Okay, so that's that set up. And now we're going to go to the cabinet, which is going to be the MES 4x12, which it's set to at the moment. And it's also set at 50. Okay, let's just arm that. And we can have a listen to it now. So let me just make sure my volume's turned up on my Les Paul. Of course, it's going to sound very dry because we've got no reverb on there yet. But let's have a look at that. So the EQ settings that we're going to go to is we're going to go to the EQ2. Now let's just click on the EQ. It's set to EQ1 at the moment on mine. So let's go to EQ2 and connect the equalizer up like so. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to move down a little bit so that I can set that up properly in a second. Right, let's have a look. So I'm going to have 100 Hertz. I'm going to take out the bass there to -25. There we go. And the 500 Hertz I'm going to set to -20. The 1K I'm going to set to -15. So I'm scooping out again there. 3 kilohertz, I'm going to raise just a little bit to 5. Or thereabouts. Of course, you can change the settings to whatever you wish on this. This is just a guide, really. Here we go. 12 on there. Okay, so 12 on your 6 kilohertz. And the volume I'm going to set to 60. So I'm going to boost the EQ very slightly. We'll just pop it up 10. Oops, there we go. And that will set up the EQ for you. No modulation needed, but we are going to add a reverb. So I'm going to go to reverb, click on that, and I'm going to select a spring. Now the decay I'm going to use is 30. So the decay is like the length of your reverb. I don't want it too long, but that's, I mean, if you want yours longer than this, that's absolutely fine. And the mix I'm going to set again to 30, and I'm just going to pop the trail on. Oops a day. There we go. So let's have a listen to it now. Get my plectrum. Now if I take the mix down, let's say to 20, if you don't want that much delay, reverb. Which I think sounds pretty nice. I'm going to leave mine on 20 actually. But if you want that kind of big hall sound, obviously that big sound, a stadium sound, bang it up to 30 on the mix. Right, okay, so that is the patch build for the basics of this. Now, if you, and what you need to do also is you see the icon here, save it to your GP50 or your GP5. Now, if you want to have it as a lead sound, what I would suggest you do is possibly up the EQ level. When I say the level, I mean the volume. And I would add a delay. Okay, so the delay I would add is the pure one. You can add any delay you like, really. If you want the old school one, add the tape one or whatever you want to do. Okay, and what I'm going to do, my time, I'm going to set to about 475 or 474, 476, like I've just done. I don't need the sync on. Let's put that back. Don't need the sync on. Let's try and get that in there. That'll do. 474. Let's have a listen to that. Too much repeats for me. So what I need to do is take the F back, or the feedback, down a little bit. Let's take that down to about 15 or 16. And what I might do is take that mix down a little bit, because it is a little bit overpowering there for me anyway. Take that down to about 15. That sounds perfect to me. Up your EQ level, and then save it to the next patch on, and don't forget to do that. And that is how you can make up 2 presets using the Boogie dual rectifier style patch. Please like and subscribe if you can. It all counts. It doesn't cost anything, and I will pop any links to GP5s so you can get them on Amazon if you haven't already got one in the description. And I'll speak to you soon. I hope you enjoyed it. See you later.